Now I'm getting irritated. This damn phone keeps alarming. So and every time it cuts off my video. But anyway, there was I had a stylist one time, and she asked these questions about like helping me style for this photo shoot thingy I was doing. And one of the things she said is, you're a minimalist. And I had never been like, I'm not a fashion kind of person, like none of that kind of stuff. But um when she said it like, I'm like, yeah, I am. Like, I knew I was, even though I didn't know. I hadn't really heard the term, but I was like, I am. I think I am. But you can't tell. You're buying, Louis bags and all this stuff, but you're buying that, or for me, I'm buying that stuff because it's a statement of, okay, I didn't have this, and so now I can have this, or I can do this, or something like that. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I loved my Louis bags, but I think it was more about what it represented than the bag, right? um it was about what I saw it representing. And then I one day was reading, and I don't want to go on a tangent, but I was reading the history of the now owner of of Louis, and realized that's, yeah, no, I'm not. I don't want to work this hard, build this hard to contribute to someone else's peace of mind. I want to work this hard and build this hard to contribute to my own peace of mind, my own generational legacy, right? I want to, those things are important to me. And so that's where I am. And I think it's in that I'm being called to do something different. So, with that being said, I have a couple of procedures I have to go through medically, but as soon as I'm done and healthy and recovered, and out of some of this crazy chronic pain um, that besets me, I plan to go to the continent, initially probably for about 30 days, and then get things started, which is what I did in Hawaii. I went initially, I think maybe a week or two, and then came back, made the decision, okay, this is where I would want to live. This is how I would want to live. This is what I would want to do. And then from there, everything else is gold. You're on the phone. You can get realtors on the phone from anywhere. You can do everything else from the mainland or from wherever you are, right? So I can do that and be set up so that when I'm ready, I can go there and be in that place of peace where I'm working from wanting to and not from needing to, right? Working because I love what it is that I do, and being able to really tap into my creative spaces, my advising, my coaching, all of those things. Because what I'm finding at 54, and I don't mind sharing, I'm getting ready to have um, a surgery to remove compression on my spine, because I'm dealing with some spinal cord injury right now. And in all of those kinds of little things, and this will be the third or fourth surgery for me this year. I had like three in January, two or three. I had one in December, and I think I had two more in January. So then this will be the third. And I think in all of that, that's part of what makes me know that, like, life is too short. Life is too short. And what and I was having this conversation with my son, and I adore my son because the thing about him, he's so open-minded. And I remember when he was young, and I would say, use your words, use your words. I always wanted him to be a free thinker. I didn't want to church him so much that he did not have the ability to think for himself, right? I didn't want him to be one of those people where you're talking to him about a real world situation and a real world problem, and then he starts talking about what Peter, Paul, and John did. Like, I didn't want him to be that person. I wanted him to have a real relationship with God that was real, that he could tap into when things are rough in his life. But he doesn't have to go to when uh uh Abimelech was in the whale, or I don't know, up to mess it up. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not joking. I mean, I am a Christian. Like, I love God. So I am not joking about somebody's religion, but there are people who like live so in the fantasy or in the parable that they literally, like, the whole intent of the parable is to allow you to relate that to your real life, but not to live in the parable, right? We're not gonna live in Barbie land. And so I tried to raise my son that way, and he is that way. So we can talk. And I told him, I said, I really want to go. And he goes, Ma, I want to go. I want to go and visit, but his family's here, and they have their Canada thing going on. My grandson is a native, is part native. And then his mom is 100% native. The true Americans, the only true Americans, right? Natives, right? But she's native Canadian, but still North American, right? But so they will, be back and forth, and I'll be back and forth to wherever they are, right? And we'll make this work, but we're on the same journey. But one of the things he said is, Mom, I would never ask you not to go, because I want you, I want you to live your life and experience that, right? And that, there's nothing that can make me happier than that. That is something that I've shared with him and his dad. And his dad did. His dad was that way. His dad moved away from his childhood home and never went back until, like, I think we went back to Minnesota, during our marriage, for about the last year or two of our marriage. But other than that, I mean, he moved around, and he created, he went to his place and created from what he took there, and he built. And so he and I were alike in that way. And I don't see anything different in my son being that same way as well. So anyway, all that to say, Ghana is calling me. So what I will ask is, if you're interested in even going to any of these places, go ahead and subscribe now and set the alarm, and then look, because I'll be posting stuff, and not just, like I said, follow the journey with me, because some of, like, how I'm choosing where to go and where I want to visit and who I want to be around, and even when I get there, where I want to live, like the people I want to interact with every day, and just all of those things. Or maybe nobody, maybe I'm on a farm, land, isolated, who knows? I'm literally letting my energy and my spirit be the guide of that. And I wish it was in here. I have a picture, and it says, um, the soul always knows how to heal itself. The challenge is to overcome the mind. And that is a quote from Carolyn Myss. And with that, I'm going to end this. You guys have a wonderful Friday. And again, subscribe, tune in, give me some feedback. Let's chat. And I wish you all your own space and peace and blessing and whatever it is that you'd have for yourself in your life and your family. All right. Love you guys. Bye-bye.